as we do every single show, we read tweets from
I love this segment. It's a great idea.
what you guys reply on Twitter to the tweets that we make about give us your week 9 takeaways. First tweet is from Kobe Paskovich. What did you think of Malik Willis out of these 2 games? Personally, he did struggle, but he had some flashes. I don't think we can overreact on him yet.
He showed flashes as a runner. That's about it.
Yeah, we're talking about as a passer where you could count on one hand his flashes. Maybe.
Oh, the back shoulder throw was crazy.
Yeah. No,
that throw was amazing.
He had a nice goal ball.
That's the one I'm
against the
talking
Chiefs.
about. That's the one I'm talking about. Back shoulder.
And he had a nice ball.
No, it wasn't back
running-
shoulder. It was in front of him.
I'm getting my terms incorrect then. He threw it to his I think that
He threw it in front. He just didn't catch the
Oh
ball.
no, then that's not the pass I'm talking about. The defender was right on the defender's hip. He kind of threw it to his back shoulder, and the defender was able to adjust his
and
body.
he had a
and make
nice
it
pass. He was running away from a defender on his back foot. Hit a nice ball. Malik Willis, he's far away.
He is
He's far away
but
from being a starting
If
quarterback.
Raw was a person, it'd be him.
But I mean, listen, look at Justin Fields. He bought a lot of time using his legs. I don't think, barring injury to Tannehill's going to come back, be the starter. If Malik becomes a starter one day, he's going to have to buy time with his legs until the rest, figures
Can we
it out.
agree that this isn't a situation that you look at and heavily evaluate off of? This
Correct.
is all right.
But also
Yeah.
the coaching staff doesn't trust him. They probably shouldn't.
And he's also just not
When you have
ready.
Derrick Henry, I would do the same thing.
The fact that the Titans drafted Malik Willis with the middle round pick means that I don't think anybody should have an expectation of him to be a franchise quarterback.
No.
If he develops into a good quarterback, then that's great. But this guy was not taken in the first round like Kenny Pickett or in the second round. So there shouldn't be lofty expectations. I thought Malik Willis was fine. The offensive situation is not good, and he doesn't have many weapons to throw to. And they're trying to manage the game with him because they don't want to lose games. And they're running the ball. They're running through Derrick Henry. So I think Malik was just fine. I don't think anybody should be making harsh judgments off of him after these 2 games.
What do you think Willis can be? Like at his absolute peak.
That's a tough question to ask right now.
I don't know.
It's
really
unreasonable.
don't.
Yeah,
I really
I don't know what
if
his
you
peak
don't
is.
have an answer, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't.
Did
see
you have
him
one
comp.
coming out or no?
Nah, I didn't. He just was the most talented, but I didn't really do any
Yeah, no.
intensive scouting on any.
We
of
all
these guys.
felt very similarly that
QB class must have been weak.
it was
then.
weak.
It was very weak.
Okay.
This next tweet is from Zero Relana _85. Even though the Chargers are riddled with injuries, they are somehow 5-3. How do you like their chances the second half of the season?
Chargers Super Bowl take isn't dead.
No, it's
Not
dead.
dead yet.
That shit's
It's
dead
dead
in the waters.
It's dead.
The Bills can't beat fucking anybody.
The defense is mid.
We beat the Ravens. Sir, we beat the Ravens.
fucking with you.
No, you're an idiot.
I was gonna say, are the Chargers better than the Dolphins?
I would take the Dolphins
Can
right
the
now.
Chargers beat the Dolphins?
They can
Can
beat
they?
them.
Yeah.
The Chargers have the Niners on Sunday.
All right,
And then the
Right
Chiefs.
right now, the Chargers right
Yeah.
now.
And,
I would take the Dolphins.
I'm asking the Chargers right now with the current roster that they just played against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Can this team beat the Dolphins?
There's a small chance.
I'm saying
There's always
okay.
a
That's all I'm
chance.
they
saying.
don't play the Dolphins till December, though.
No, I'm just saying if they met.
What
up in
about
the
the
playoffs.
Niners? Niners and then Chiefs back-to-back games.
I
That's
think
really
yes,
tough.
the Chargers definitely can make the playoffs, but Super Bowl, you lose
Ooh.
me. I think that Herbert is more than capable to be good enough to get them into playoff contention.
If Keenan Allen and Mike Will are healthy, this team
Big
can
if, man.
make some noise.
That's
It's
fair.
simple as that.
But Keenan scares
Keenan
me,
is
bro.
terrifying.
You guys drafted him.
Exactly.
And MC.
And we're still ahead of you in the standings, ho.
Now
Catch
we're
up.
probably the same. We're 5 and
Catch
4.
up.
Yeah, we're ahead because we have more points. And I think when we played, we beat y'all.
Why'd you stare at me, Alex?
You had your tongue out.
Wow.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah, 133 to 118. AKA get good.
What you mean?
You haven't even looked at the sap, so I'm not talking to you.
You literally just pointed. What are you talking about?
Fantasy football.
Are you winning?
Are you? This guy makes me sick. Next tweet, please.
Are you winning?
Next tweet is from
like that now.
Tokyo Golan. Does the Vikings record reflect how good they are? 7-1, but 6 wins coming in one possession games against subpar opponents is a telltale sign, in my opinion. The one good team they played this year beat them by 3 scores.
I'm assuming it's the Eagles.
The verdict is still not out on the Vikings. I need to see them against a real
I think
team.
they're a good team.
They're a good
Because
team.
no, they're a good team, no doubt. But like a serious team that I think that come playoff time If they met the
would you
Eagles
consider
again,
them
can they win?
I would consider
I'm
them
leaning
a
Eagles
dark
again.
horse.
That's a fair statement to make.
I hear Dark Horse is 7-1.
Yeah, it's really nuts.
No.
Well,
Like
because I think the
I'm looking
Niners
at
are better. The Cowboys are better.
The Cowboys are one of those that you have to throw into serious contention.
Eagles are better. I think those.
I
Three
mean,
teams.
I think it's reasonable. There were years with Alex Smith and the Chiefs where they started off hot, but nobody really had them as serious contenders.
The Cardinals just did it.
I do think that T.J. Hawkinson adds a different dimension to the offense, and it was apparent on third downs against Washington. But really, this is going to be the Achilles heel of the Vikings. It's going to be their secondary. It's going to be
100%,
defensively.
100%.
And it's going to be whether or not Kirk Cousins shows up in prime time.
You
That's
see
really
six
it.
pack. Stop playing with him.
His nickname
But
is
I
Six
do
Pack.
think the fact that they're able to win these games, even when last year they lost all these one possession games,
It's a skill.
is a great sign.
It's a skill winning close games.
Yeah, and sometimes things go your way. This is their season where things are going their way. But the only team in the NFC that really scares you is Philadelphia, and I would say Dallas. I think Dallas is also a team.
Niners.
The Niners as well. That's three teams right
Damn,
there.
The list starts to
You
grow.
think if Bucks are healthy, they could just get in
Nah,
The Bucks
against the
are-
Vikes? Just talking about the Vikes.
I like the Vikings over the Bucks. I do.
So.
Right now, I do.
I don't know. Just yeah, I can see that.
Next tweet is from Mattinman19. Panthers should have traded Brian Burns to the Rams. With the Rams having a very questionable future, this could have been like the Laramie Tunsil trade for the Panthers.
Don't the Rams need an offensive line more
The
than?
Texans
So the Rams offered the Panthers 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns.
and a second as
and
well.
a second.
And a second and 23, first and
I
24,
feel like they
first and
need
25.
those more than Brian Burns.
Agreed. Brian Burns is a great player. and
That's
The
great
it,
edge
Panthers
yes.
should
rusher,
have made the trade.
but he is not Miles Garrett. You know what I mean? He's not a
He's not a-
Bosa,
he's not-
Miles
yeah, yeah.
Garrett.
He's not an elite
an
edge rusher.
elite level type
He's not
guy.
something the Rams need though. Don't they need more offensive linemen
Yeah,
than anything?
I really don't know why they would trade these picks for Brian
And the
Burns.
Panthers should have definitely accepted that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like to the point, I don't know if it's true.
The Panthers also need to keep some people on for when
That's
they
a
end
nut-
up
that's a
getting a head
fact.
coach. Like you want to have some pieces for a head coach to be able to come and be like, well, at least I have
But they lucky.
5 players
yeah.
to work with.
They
I
lucky
have
Moore
some
and Burns
core.
are young. So, yeah.
DJ Moore, Ike Ekwonu,
Yeah.
Taylor Martin,
What's that corner?
Terrence
Horn?
Marshall.
JC Horn?
Hard, who's been really good.
JC, Jeremy Chin.
Nice little squad. They just
Derek
got
Brown.
a quarterback, a coach.
Derek Brown's been really good.
There's a brand new fantasy app. It's called Boom Fantasy. You got over-unders, player props. You got matchups. This player versus that player. That's personally my favorite. And long shots. You can win 40 times your money. And if I'm not mistaken, Joel, NBA is coming soon.
Yes, sir. NBA will be in the app in the next 10 days or so. You know, I believe opening night is October 19th, so we'll have stuff up a few days beforehand. That's going to be fun because we have it every night. You don't have to wait
Did
till
you, get
Monday,
your, did
Thursday.
you get your code? For the
For
league
what?
pass?
I did get my code
I
for
got
League
my
Pass.
code too.
Yep, that's amazing.
That's from 2K, right?
Yes.
That's tough.
Amazing.
That's fire.
So if you guys haven't already, download the Boom Fantasy app right now. Link is in our description or in the caption wherever you're watching. This tweet is from Eric Serafini. Hey, Joel, what was it like seeing Herb Goat get the game-winning drive in person? It was amazing. I think Justin Herbert was amazing. I picked out this tweet.
It's your burner?
It was amazing. I saw Herbert make the throw. I was kind of wary because Austin Eckler fumbled, and then it was just like back
Oh
and
my God,
forth.
it's such a weird fucking
It was
play.
just a weird sequence.
That was such a bang play too. That his touchdown got called back too. The one that he kind of rolled over.
Yeah.
He got
You know,
unfortunate.
for
He
Boom
got
Fantasy,
unlucky.
I actually did a long shot on Austin Eckler for over 1.5 touchdowns. That hit. And I think 2 of my long shots hit. One of them didn't hit. It was Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aaron Jones had a terrible game.
Yeah,
He got hurt.
Did he?
ankle
Oh,
injury.
yeah, he did get banged up.
I thought he was going to get over 100 yards against the Lions defense. He didn't.
You would think so.
This is the last tweet. This is from He395155159. Is Josh McDaniels a one-and-done head coach? He has been underachieving with a mostly healthy Raiders team and a collection of really great players.
I don't think he's a one-and-done head coach, but if the season progresses as it has been, they end up winning 4 or 5 games, we could see the Raiders blow it up. Like, Derek Carr could easily be on the trade block this offseason, any piece that get them some draft picks, because you could blame Josh McDaniels all you want. Before Josh McDaniels, this core didn't go anywhere either, right? Didn't have success in the playoffs, barely even made the playoffs most years. So I think McDaniel stays. I would be more inclined to say that the Raiders blow it up and just try to start over.
The offense hasn't been the main issue. It's been underwhelming for sure, but it's not been the main issue. You look at opponents' points per game, they rank 27th. Opponents' yards per game, they rank 28th. Opponent's points per play, they rank 25th. Opponent's yards per play, they rank 25th. Opponent third down conversion, they rank 30th. Opponent red zone scoring percentage in terms of touchdowns, they rank 31st. They just have been horrible across the board when it comes to defense. And that's not Josh McDaniels' specialty. The offense, you would like to see it a bit more explosive. You would have liked to see Devontae Adams get looked at a little bit more in that second half, especially with how dominant he was in the first half and how the offense seemed to have a strong control of that game, and then suddenly they lost it and ended up losing the game in the end. But I'm not looking at Josh McDaniels for what he can control and thinking he's the main reason why they've been so underwhelming. That defense really, really needs
So them
help.
not scoring against the Saints, I don't alarm you.
They didn't get past midfield.
No doubt. There's been moments where you can.
And they've had a couple games where they've just been up big and they just stopped scoring.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
It's fast.
But also, the defense couldn't stop a runny nose. Like that's
So
how
you don't
bad
think it's
they've
just
been.
that's true.
No,
so the defense
it's a
more.
strong
Yeah.
combination. But I'm looking at the defense more than I'm looking at his offense.
So do you think they move off Carr or nah? Just the rock with him.
they got? Listen, the offensive line's still terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You have Devontae. I feel like I've heard
I would say I heard that for sure.
the
Is
whole
that- is that
the
your-
whole show almost.
It's not me.
It's bothering
I
me.
hear something. It's very light. Is your volume on?
No, my volume isn't on. Why you guys think it's me?
I hear something. Hold on. What is that?
I have no idea what is. I don't
Yeah,
really
no, I
don't know.
turned everything on. It's
Someone
still
have
not
a-
here.
ESPN tab open. Sometimes it just auto plays.
No, because
video.
my volume's off. My phone volume's off.
Yeah, everything's off for me.
What the fuck is that?
Bro, it's
It's actually
been
hilarious.
bothering me the whole
I
show.
haven't even noticed it till right now.
I don't know what it can be. I really
Yeah,
have
it's
no
not
idea.
that.
It didn't get. I just started hearing it. But he said he's been hearing it the whole time.
I don't hear it anymore.
Like when I kept trying to turn
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't.
Wow,
I don't hear it no
bizarre.
more.
And I'm sorry that I just kind of had like that whole moment
A
right
brain
there.
fart.
It's been bothering me the whole time.
You've heard it since the show started.
Like a good amount of it.
He thought it was me.
It's gotta be something.
Well,
We're
I
good.
think
I
we're
think we're
good
good.
now.
Could be
yeah,
my
I don't
tape.
hear it.
Well, what I will say about the Raiders is that I don't think it's Josh McGill's problem. The offense has been really good. It has. It's just the defense is one of the worst in the NFL, and that's why they don't win these games. Every game they've lost has been a one-score game pretty much. And just to news flash, the long shot I put in was Eckler over 1.5 touchdowns and Devontae Adams over 107 receiving
We
yards.
had that in the first half.
And it was Aaron Jones who fucked me up.
No.
It was $30 for a $1,200 payout, bro.
What was he supposed to do?
99 yards rushing. He had 27
God damn.
or 22, one of those.
Boom.
Worst run defense in that league, bro.
It's always
I was,
that
so-
one.
I was
$1,200,
so tight,
man.
bro.
No,
1200.
I was so tight. I was like, damn.
pain. Oh,
Talking about one and done coaches and coaches being on the hot seat, the Colts fired Frank Reich. After 5 seasons, the Indianapolis Colts fired Frank Reich, and this is the first time Jim Irsay has fired a head coach midseason. The Colts are 3-5-1. Frank Reich now ends his tenure with the Colts with a record of 40-33-1, 1-2 in the playoffs, and he's had 5 different opening day starters at quarterback during his tenure with Indianapolis. You know, Matt Ryan got benched 2 weeks ago. And everybody shit on Matt Ryan. And I said, oh, Sam Ellinger's going to stink it up. It's inevitable. And then this whole thing's going to collapse. Frank Reich is now gone. After Jim Irsay just went to the media and said his job was safe. I just hope this now opens people's eyes to the fact that it wasn't a Matt Ryan problem.
It always comes back to Matt Ryan.
Because everybody
Just move
wanted to
on.
blame Matt Ryan.
we would never.
Like
The
come on.
Colts, since benching Matt Ryan,
It's a bad
0-2,
take. You can move on.
9.5 points per game, worse than the NFL, 11 sacks allowed, fired Frank Reich, and they tried to blame it all on Matty Ice. It wasn't fair. It never was.
Move on from Matt Ryan.
And the Colts' offensive ranks this season, 27th in yards per game, 30th in yards per pass, 30th in yards per rush, 31st in red zone touchdown percentage. Reich in his first four full seasons, his offense is ranked 10th, 19th, 12th, and 13th. Bye.